So this week I talk about a hidden diary, also DJing in Poland, and stomach cramps. Well, the blog's a day late. I've been a bit ill, unfortunately. Got very ill over the weekend at King Swing. Unfortunately, which means I had stomach cramps all Saturday night, hardly any sleep Saturday evening. Got very ill yesterday at work as well. Take mind, the DJing isn't the day job. I read travel news on the radio from 6 in the morning till about 1:30 in the afternoon. So the time zones and sleeping doesn't tend to do much good for your health. As I'm finding out, this is now coming up to week 5, and I got to Hamburg this weekend. It does take its toll on your health. But I'm going to plug last weekend's event, Kingswing. Go next year. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. I had a real sort of conflict about plugging events on this channel because I've got like a bunch of friends in radio that I work with daily, and I have a bunch of friends who work in sort of dance or dance with and hang out with. There's a bit of a clash, I think, and I didn't want to upset either of the friends, but I thought, you know what, if they're all watching it, maybe they can understand it more. So kingswing.pl, go and check them out. A really good event this weekend. DJing went really well. And thanks to DJ Joe Wang, who was by my side all weekend. You're a massive rock, great support to have you there, and thank you. I'm going to sort of shorten this off a little bit this week because we've got a lot to talk about with the growth. I've been having trouble recording this, so it's been hard to put it into words. So do bear with me on this one. I took the decision just under a year ago now to completely disown or separate myself from my parents. A lot of people thought I was nuts, but to be honest, I've been living a lifestyle that was pretty good. But I was very mature, and I was always constantly being dependent on my parents for approval or the love that I didn't really require from anyone else. So I tended to treat people quite indifferently or judgmentally. And when you take that decision, it doesn't come lightly because you have to grow up really quickly. Nor did the parents take too well to it because, like anything, I handled it like a bull in a china shop. And a lot of texts and shame and anger and blame went flying around on text and phone calls and emails. I think we got used to the arrangement eventually, and it's good to actually insert some boundaries with people, which I've never had before. And all of a sudden, I chatted to my dad yesterday, and things seem a lot better between us. I think that 10 months away from each other has really helped me become, I say, autonomous or have autonomy, and it really feels good. And I think they accept the boundaries I want within the relationship with them, so that's been great. I think what's helped that is a diary I read from my grandmother. She wrote it in 1994, and my grandfather passed away in 94 from pancreatic cancer. When you start reading how death affects people and how love and relationship works within the context of a long-term marriage, you really start to appreciate people more, especially when those feelings are quite open. And I'm not going to go too deep with it, but my grandmother's really honest about some of the stuff she said and how much she loved the family. And I got a lot from that. It made me appreciate the battles that other people are, and it made me appreciate them a lot more. So it's been really good for me that way. So massively grateful to my grandmother who was here on this earth, or my grandfather, or my uncle that used to live with us. And in fact, this house I filmed this vlog in, I'll give you a guided tour one day, so just my talking head all the time, is the very house I grew up with my grandparents. They used to live here, and we inherited the house when they passed. So it's been a very interesting week of growth. I'm very honest, it's allowed me to appreciate people a lot more. I had some great conversations with some great people at Kingswing, learned a lot about myself and how I speak about myself, but also learned about others. So I hope that's everything, really. And I'll take care, and I'll see you next week. Look after yourself.